Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to give my full series review of Jealousy by Scarlett Barrico. This is finally finished. I started ordering this when the first volume came out, and it has been a favorite of mine throughout the entire run of it. This is probably one of my favorite BL series. At this point, which is saying a lot. I own a lot of BL. I've read a lot of BL. Something about this was so captivating to me. I will say right off the bat, this has a lot of uncomfortable themes in it. There is a lot of sexual assault. However, it is presented as sexual assault. It is not presented as consensual. It is not presented as at least I felt it was not presented as like a titillating scene. Like it felt to me like you were very aware, and the characters were very aware that this was a not good thing that was happening. And so it went along with the brutality of the series, and it is what it is. This is a very violent series as well, so if you are easily disturbed by violence and assault and that sort of thing, like, don't pick this up. It definitely will not be for you. But if you are interested in darker stories, then this is definitely going to be up your alley. Scarlett Barrico did Jackass, which is one of my other favorite. That's a single volume. One of my other favorite BL series, and then came out with Tatsuyuki Oyamoto, I think, fourth generation head, Tatsuyuki Oyamoto or something, which is technically, it is the prequel, or this series is the prequel to that fourth generation head single volume series. I actually did not like the fourth generation head single volume. And so when, this was going to be released and it was like, hey, this is the prequel series to that one, I went, ugh, I didn't really like that one. But I really like Scarlett Barrico's art, and I really love Jackass, so I was like, you know what, I'm willing to give this series a shot, and this one is superior, far superior, in my opinion. I am interested to go back and reread the fourth generation head now, because I've read this and have now the background context of that series. I feel like this one probably should be read first, just because I found the other one really confusing. But anyway, so this series follows we have two main characters, which are the two men on these first two volumes here. So Yuichi is this guy, and Akitora is the third generation head of a particular Yakuza faction. And so Yuichi is a quite young guy. I don't know. My guess is he's probably like 19 or 20. He's very attractive. He's very kind of androgynous looking. And he meets Akitora, who is, my guess, probably mid to late 20s. He has a wife and a child. And Yuichi is immediately infatuated with Akitora and wants his attention. And so he's willing to do whatever it takes to get Akitora's attention and praise and love and affection, whatever. And so when you have these two characters who have very kind of different motives, Akitora being, in charge of this faction of the Yakuza, they have a lot on their plate. They've got some rivalries with other factions. They've got, violence and crime and all the stuff that they're up to. And then you have Yuichi, who's like, he is just a loose cannon, and has no inhibitions, no concept of right or wrong. And he just does whatever he wants, which is scary. in this line of business. And so, yeah, this series follows the two of them and their journey together. And as well as like their own kind of personal stories. You learn a bit about their backstories, you learn a bit about who they are and what they're up to and why they make the decisions they do. And of course, there are other people around them who are very not happy that Yuichi is in Akitora's life and feels like he is kind of derailing the trajectory of Akitora's life. And so, yeah, there's a lot of people who are very interested in getting rid of Yuichi from this equation. And yeah, this is a wild ride. I find these two to be really captivating. They're definitely not right for each other. This is a series where you're not like, I hope they fall in love and they stay in love forever. Like, he has a wife who is actually quite lovely. He has a kid. He has, you know, a life that he's trying to live, and this like sensual androgynous person arrives and just like stirs the pot. And it's funny and sad and poignant and um, you know, captivating and just like and sensual and like really really um, like beautiful but also grotesque and disturbing. uh, and I really found that all of these different kind of themes really kind of molded well together and ebbed and flowed throughout the whole series really, really well. It kept my attention. Every time a volume ended, I was like, no, I need the next one. And the last volume fully made me cry. I just, like, all of these people are not the best people. Like, they're really not good people if you think of just good and bad in a kind of a black and white sense. Um, but by the end, like, I just wished them well. You just want them to be happy and okay, because you've gone on this journey with them. But yeah, no, this was really good. I really enjoyed this. I've been enjoying a lot of these like darker yaoi that we're getting, that have like a bit more sinister kind of stories and more plot. Like, this definitely has a plot that is not just like leading up to sex scenes, which is what the BL and the yaoi we were getting back in the day really was all about. Was just like, how do we kind of like put characters in a scenario where we just like get them to have sex all the time, but we need to like have some semblance of a plot to say it's a story. Like, this has a story, and I'm really, really loving a lot of these series that we're getting lately that do legitimately have stories to them, and adds depth to the characters. And I think that 5 volumes was a perfect length for this. As it was going, I was like, how long is this gonna be? I was engrossed and I was ready to buy however many volumes it was going to be. But I honestly, when I read, I got volume 5 and I honestly didn't even realize it was the final volume, um, until I think on the, yeah, I had bought it and I was excited to read it. And then as I was about to read it, I realized on the back it says final volume and I went, oh no. Like, I had no idea this was the last one. But I'm glad I happened to see that before I had actually read the volume. So that I wasn't like fully caught off guard that it was the end of the series. But yeah, I love these covers. I think they're pretty stunning. The artwork, I love Scarlett Barrico's artwork. These, like, I just, like, this person really knows how to draw things that are just like really beautiful. Like, really beautiful character designs that are just, well, I can't show you that. Yeah, no, these series are just, I really, really enjoy Scarlett Barrico, and I hope we get more by this creator. I hope that there's really not much here that I could actually show you. Let's see. I can probably show you this. Yeah, the art's pretty stunning. Most of the pages that have really stunning artwork I cannot show you at all. So you just have to pick it up and read it yourself. It's pretty good. Like I said, if you're easily grossed out or disturbed by violence and particularly sexual violence, then this is definitely not for you. But this was so good. I can't wait to reread this one. And yeah, happy to add another Scarlet Barrico title to my collection. And I will go back and reread the Fourth Generation Head now that I have a bit more context for it. So yeah, if you've read this, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any suggestions on other titles that are similar to this one that you think I should check out, please let me know. I would say Birds of Shangri-La, which is currently ongoing, is another kind of darker tone yaoi that I'm really loving right now as well. So if you've not checked that one out and you've checked this one out, then I suggest that one as well. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching.